The Ghost Who Knocks Every Night. There are many houses in this world that are rumored to be haunted, but none perhaps quite like the one in this story. In fact, this haunting is so terrifying that even the bravest of souls would think twice before setting foot inside. It all started when a young couple purchased an old Victorian home in the countryside for a song. It was cheap because it had been empty for years, and the locals told them that it was because the house was haunted. Of course, they dismissed it as superstitious nonsense, and moved right in. They soon discovered, however, that they were not alone. Every night at precisely 3:07 a.m., they heard loud footsteps, pacing back and forth in the attic above their bedroom. Then, just as suddenly, they'd stop, and then they'd hear a blood-curdling scream, followed by heavy objects being thrown and crashing to the floor. To make matters worse, their infant son began crying, and would be soothed by anything until his parents picked him up and walked him around the house. At first, they thought it was just a one-off, but then it happened again and again, every single night. Terrified, they called in a priest to perform an exorcism, but he couldn't get rid of the ghost, and neither could a team of paranormal investigators. Then one day, while exploring the attic, they found a small, intricately carved wooden box. When they opened it, they found an old diary, and as the pages were filled with spidery handwriting, they learned the tragic tale of its former owner. See, the house had originally belonged to a wealthy woman who lived there with her newborn baby son. But one night her husband came home drunk, and in a rage he threw their baby into the air and caught him by his ankle, swung him around and around until the baby's head hit the floor, killing him instantly. The heartbroken mother then took her own life. And that's when they realized that the ghost who knocks every night was the father, or the baby, but the mother. And she was knocking to tell them that she was here and that she was very angry. This is your host, Ann. If you enjoyed this spooky tale, be sure to stay tuned for more frightening stories.